Hey everyone, my name is Megan and this is Painted and Distressed. This video is part of my Christmas series. And today we are going to be making some tiered tray gingerbread neutral decor, and I hope you enjoy. This first project, I'm going to take this wood train kit that I got from Hobby Lobby. It was only a couple dollars and I thought it was so cute. It has magnets, so each one of the pieces it can attach to each other and it actually rolls. It's just so adorable and there's so many possibilities that you can do with it. So I just took some Waverly antiquing wax and I just stained the entire piece. And then I took some wood blocks from Dollar Tree and I'm just taking some wrapping paper also from Dollar Tree and I'm just wrapping them to make them look like presents. The possibilities with this are endless of what you can do with it, but I wanted it to be kind of neutral, so if next year maybe I wanted to change it up, or I wanted the actual train to be neutral so that way I could also add to it maybe next year to go with a different theme or something like that. And so this is what I decided to do. So I just added a little tiny bow to the top of the 3 little presents and a little Hobby Lobby wreath on the front of it, as well as a little tiny tree from Dollar Tree. So cute. And then I painted a little gingy from Dollar Tree as well using Waverly Crimson. And then a little snowman, of course, from Dollar Tree. And I just painted his little hat black and then his body white. And I made a little scarf from him using a little scrap piece of fabric. And I took my puffy paint to make a little face on our gingy. Hot glued everything to the top, and then this project was done. And that house is from the previous gingerbread video that I made. So this next project, I'm going to take this Tinsel House from Dollar Tree and I'm going to take off all of the tinsel because all I want is just the skeleton of it, if you will. And it does take a little time to get this tinsel was really on there, and all of the sides and stuff have these little nubs to have the tinsel actually stay on there, so I did cut off all of the nubs. So then I'm just taking this really fluffy towel from Dollar Tree. It's in their automotive section, and I love these things. You can use them for so many different projects, and I like using these better than the actual mop pads that people use, because this, when you cut it apart and stuff, it's not as messy at all. And so I just cut out the outline of the house and then just hot glued it. So then now I am going to attach the roof back onto the house, just using some hot glue. And then using 3 of the wooden cubes from Dollar Tree, I just hot glued them together to make a little chimney, and then I'm just wrapping this red and white baker's twine from Dollar Tree all around it just to give it a little color to blend in with the rest of our pieces that we're making today. And then I just attached it to the roof using obviously hot glue. And then for the roof, I'm going to just take some craft sticks and I'm going to cut them down using my miter shears. And this is going to be our roof. And once I had all of the pieces cut to size, then I'm just hot gluing them on to the roof. No rocket science there. I did cut smaller pieces around the chimney. I could have easily just hot glued the chimney after, but I think it would have been a little bit hard to get it to stand up because of the grooves in the roof. I had an easier time attaching it, if that makes sense. And these are so thin that they're easy to cut down. You don't even really need miter shears with them. You can just cut them with regular scissors. And that's actually what I did on the edges, as you see here, to make sure that everything fits. And once the roof was attached, then I just got out my Waverly antiquing wax and I just waxed the entire roof. And then for extra embellishment on the front of the house, I just took this little window from another Dollar Tree little house ornament. And then I just did the same thing with my Waverly antiquing wax, and then I just attached it to the front. And I think this gave it the perfect added embellishment that this house needed. And then these other two houses I got from the Target dollar spot a while ago. On the other side of them, there was 5 of them and they spell out home. Sorry, 4 of them. however many letters are in home. And so I'm just taking the back of them and I am just staining them using the Waverly antiquing wax. One of them did have words on it, but I just sanded it off and then went from there. And then I'm just taking my puff paint and poorly adding windows to it and a door to both of them. I should have drawn on them first, that way they were a little straighter, but I kind of liked the whimsy look that this gave of it being a little uneven. And then for the roof, I'm taking some caulking from Dollar Tree and I'm just adding it to the entire thing. I like the way that the caulking looks. It looks just like icing or snow, and I think it just gives a great look. And on my previous gingerbread video, I did not use this. I used actual puffy paint. And I wish I would have used this just because it doesn't take as long to dry. That's basically the only reason, because the puffy paint looks just as cute. It just takes a really long time to dry. So anyways, once I got all of that on there, these were done. Oh, I did add little candies and wreaths to the front of the wooden ones just for a little added embellishment. And I think they are so cute. So this next project, I was going to make a wood bead garland. We'll get to that in a minute. So I'm just taking these little wooden gingy pieces from Dollar Tree, of course, and I'm just have some scrapbook paper from Hobby Lobby, and I'm just tracing them out. And then I have these little wood round ornaments I absolutely love from Hobby Lobby, and I just attach the gingies to the front of them. And then this wood bead garland, I love this also. I got it from the 99-cent only store, and so I decided to attach these to the wood bead garland. And when I was putting them on the tiered tray, because I was originally going to have it kind of dangling off, on the top of the tiered tray and kind of trickle down to the different tiers. Well, once I got this all done and I was going to put it on the tiered tray, it looked funny to me, and it also kind of looked like a necklace, and it just wasn't, I just didn't like the way it came out. So I took off 3 of them and decided they looked kind of like little cookies, And so I just put them in the tiered tray like that. Make sure you stay tuned for the end so you can see the full reveal of the tiered tray and all of the projects we're making. So this next one, I'm just taking these little mini books that I got from Dollar Tree, and I just painted them white and hot glued them all together. And then first I decided I was going to use this scrapbook paper on the top of it, and once I started making my projects, I decided this was a little too loud for the look I was going for. So then I got out this other scrapbook paper and put it on top and thought I was going to like this. Well, then I decided no, I wanted it just to be all white, so I just flipped it over on the other side. And then with my Cricut, I just cut out some words, cakes, cookies, and cocoa, just to kind of go in with the theme of a gingerbread bakery, tiered tray. And so that's all I did here. And you don't have to use a Cricut for this. You can easily use stickers from Dollar Tree or a stencil. That would work just as well. And then at the top, I attached these little wood gingies. And then I decided it needed a little extra, so I put this really pretty ribbon from Walmart. See, there's at the bottom of the books now. So I just wrapped the ribbon around a few times, secured it with a knot, and then I just decided that the other gingy needed to go on top of the ribbon instead of the bottom. And then now this project was done. And these projects are super easy also. I just took a little mini shadow box from Dollar Tree, painted it white, and then with my Cricut, I just cut out fresh baked gingerbread served here, and I just attached it to the front of it. And this video is extra special today because I am participating in the Crafting for a Cause monthly playlist hosted by Teresa from Teresa Bead DIY and my good friend Lynn from Hot Mess and Hot Glue. This month's charity is Heart Support, and it is a wonderful organization that helps people with any type of mental illness. And I think this time of year especially is super important to be aware of our emotions and our feelings and our loved ones around us. And all of the AdSense revenue from this playlist is going towards this wonderful organization. There is a link down below to the playlist and to Teresa and Lynn's channel, as well as if you would like to donate to this wonderful organization, it is linked below, as I mentioned. Thank you so much to Teresa and Lynn for hosting this wonderful challenge this month. I'm so glad to be part of it. And for this cute little sign, I just painted it white also using chalk paint. And then I just cut out with my Cricut a gingerbread lane. And again, you can just use stickers or a stencil or handwrite as well on these. And then I just added some little wood gingies and then a little red, green, and cream colored ribbon to the front of it for a little added embellishment. And then this rolling pin is from Hobby Lobby. You get a 3-pack, and I'm just painting the rolly parts of it using white chalk paint. It's just the Adirondack White by Folk Art, and I decided to leave the middle part as its neutral color. I thought it would be perfect to tie in with the rest of the projects and the tiered tray. And then just using my Cricut, I just cut out the word candy cane on some white vinyl. And then I always like to seal my projects just using some Mod Podge. And these are the projects. How cute are these little signs? I love the little gingies. Oh, so cute. And again, make sure you stay tuned for the end to see the final reveal of everything. So we can't have a gingy bakery candy theme tier tray without some candies. So I decided to make some lollipops. And so I'm just taking a styrofoam. It comes in like a 4-pack from Dollar Tree. And I just put a little skewer in to the bottom of it, and then I'm just wrapping some red yarn all the way around it, and that's it. So easy. I mean, this couldn't have been easier. And the yarn is from Dollar Tree as well, so I made 2 red ones and 2 green ones. And my only advice is you do need, as you're wrapping, because these are so small, you do need to use hot glue just to make sure everything's straight and everything. And that's why I like to use a detail tip hot glue gun, because it doesn't disperse too much hot glue at a time, because when that happens then you're going to see it all over the yarn. So it's best just to have just a tiny little dot as you're going and wrapping around the entire styrofoam ball. And then using the same styrofoam balls and some fabric from Dollar Tree, I'm just going to cut the fabric down to size, wrap it around the styrofoam, twist the ends, and then I did use just a dab of hot glue just to ensure that everything stayed in place. And I just wrapped the ends and then secured them with tiny little elastics. And then I just trimmed the ends so that way they weren't so long, and then that was it. And how cute are these? Are so cute. And then I did end up kind of toning them down a little bit because I thought the fabric was a little bright. I think it's very cute and I love it, but I thought it was a little bright for the tier tray that I was going for, and so I just dry brushed on the fabric with some of my white paint just to tone it down a little bit. And then this shouldn't even be considered a project, but I wanted some little mini candy canes, and so I did not have red and white pipe cleaners, and so I just took my leftover black ones and I just took some red and white yarn and just wrapped it around. I did obviously bend them into a candy cane shape beforehand, and then that was it. I needed little candy canes. I didn't have any real ones or any, I wanted to use fake ones, but I didn't have any that were the right size. They were either too big or too small. And so what does a crafter do? Make your own. And so that's what I did. And these are actually really fun to make with kids too. And so this is how they look. And then I just decided to also take this little tea light wooden reindeer from Dollar Tree, and I just stained it using the antiquing wax again. And then I took some puffy paint and I gave him a red nose, and then I just outlined the entire reindeer using my puff paint again, and then that was it. Because this is a tea light, it has little circle cutouts, that way the light shines through and stuff. But what I did is, for some added embellishment, I just took my puffy paint in the little dots, and then I just covered them, because I'm not going to be lighting this anyway, and I just liked the little added embellishment. And this is how it turned out. How cute. And here's all our projects. And I did mix in some from my other videos as well. But I just think everything is so cute, and my kitchen is extremely festive now. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video and all of these projects. And if you wouldn't mind giving this video a big thumbs up, it does help my channel to get noticed just a little bit more on YouTube. And if you wouldn't mind subscribing to my channel, that would be highly appreciated, as I am super close to reaching 2,000 subscribers, and I would appreciate your help. That is all I have for you guys today. I will catch you on the next one. Bye!